It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out.
Todd, it's one of my favorite venues. You can't get a better place to fight.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. They're both trying for a knockout. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. One of the great rivalries in English boxing history is renewed in this one. It's Groves versus Froch, Part 3.
So let's go to the history of these two fighters. First fight, Carl Froch was put down. We were shocked. The whole world was shocked. You look ringside, people were choking on their beer. Then you stopped him in there. I think it was round 7, round 8. George Groves was upset with the referee because he didn't think he should have been stopped. That's when the trouble started. Froch is booed out of the ring. They threw coins at him, they threw beer at him, they did everything, they abused him. Walked in a hero, walked out a zero. Fight number 2, Wembley Stadium. 80,000 people. 80,000 people. You would never ever believed it in your life. And Carl Froch will make sure you never forget it because we remind you every time you interview.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter. Good punch. Swing and a miss with that uppercut. Punch, counter punch. Froch in trouble. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Groves in that last round. I promise you, all 3 judges here.
Starting to make mistakes.
And there's the bell to start round 2. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Did you see that? George Groves stumbling backwards. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them more than happy.
No rest for the weary. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Caution being thrown to the wind. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Groves in that last round. Big. On to the third. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
To beat a counter-puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. That uppercut doesn't land. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
How you deal with a slugger, you've got to use brain over brawn. Building a matador, pop, jab, move. Get them angry.
They threw the hooks. It didn't land. And he scores with the counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Groves in that last round. Pretty dominant round. Here we go to the 4th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Just missed with that hook. That jab misses. Look at the footwork, the hand speed. This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punch. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. He threw a punch and just got countered. Punch, counter punch. No rest for the weary. Nice counter. Can't find a home for that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Groves in that last round. And a round that's time for the 5th round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
This fight has a real good flow to it. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Which one of these athletes is going to be... Let's see that again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Groves in that last round. Will this fighter... There's the bell to start round 6. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Nice punch. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. One punch could change everything in this battle. And did you see that? And he caught George Groves big there. St. George is down. And as we watch it again, that punch took the wind out of him and the will to continue.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Let's talk about Groves in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Breathe, just get your breath back. Just switch on, get your boxing back together. You've done all that work.
Beautiful, that's it. Start sticking in a few body shots in there.
Here we go, it's round 7. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
And the Cobra is down! And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
I've got to see that again.
Certainly it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. George Groves, he's seeing stars. Looks like trouble was averted.
Now they've got to wake up, they've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Need to turn this around halfway through.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
A big headshot and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Well, this is a very... Round 8, and we're off again. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
The perfect counter lands. There's a counter shot. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. You'd like to see more jabs. That counter shot lands. They exchange punches. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Groves in that last round. And around that... And there's the bell for round 9. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Can't find a home for that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Nice cap, George. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
1, 2, 3, 4,
back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Gotta look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. They just
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Rose. We've made it to round 10. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not gonna happen. He's got a hustle now. He's got a bluff.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr.
And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
Even I've got to...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 will continue.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or is it a bit of a mousetrap?
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice counter. That hook doesn't score. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
Unanimous. You know,